Hey gang, Casey Eberhardt here. I am super excited about today's business strategy video. So today we're going to be talking about YouTube, right? And I am going to make a couple of assumptions here. Number one, I'm going to make an assumption that you already at least have a slight idea how important and valuable video is for your business, whatever business it is, whether you're in affiliate marketing, localized business, bricks and sticks, bricks and mortar, network marketing, doesn't really matter. Video is a very powerful tool, especially because people enjoy watching video more than they enjoy reading articles. The other reason that video is so powerful is because if you are trying to get your video on the front page of Google for your particular keywords, might be really difficult given how much content is actually being out there. You have a much higher likelihood with video. So here's the deal. When you're watching videos on YouTube, a lot of times you're going to see ads pop up. And some of them are annoying, and I get it. And you can wait 5 seconds and click that skip ads. But the way that works is that YouTube puts an ad in front of certain videos. And if you or I as customers watch that video past that 5-second rule, then the owner of the channel is going to get a little bit of money for that, right? That's how they're monetizing YouTube, right? So I have really dialed in my goal for this next year, and that is to be able to hit the thresholds to monetize YouTube. It doesn't mean that you have to choose to monetize it. It just gives you the ability to actually put ads in front of your videos if you so desire, and get paid if a customer comes and watches one of your videos and sits through the ads. Just as a side note, I love watching those ads because I know those channel guys are putting out that content, and it helps them make a little bit of money. And a lot of times I find those ads are targeted directly to me, and I learn a lot of really cool stuff from watching those ads. So today I spent the entire day pretty much really dialing in and figuring out what the thresholds are to monetize YouTube. And then I went out and I watched a ton of videos on all these different folks that were monetizing YouTube, and really brought it into focus of 6 things that you can do starting today to help you hit the thresholds of monetizing YouTube. So first, here is what it takes in order for you to monetize YouTube. There are two thresholds. Number one, you must have 1,000 subscribers. Okay? And the second thing that you must have in order to monetize YouTube is you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time in a year. Okay? So we have 4,000 hours of people watching your content on YouTube in the course of a year. If they do that and you meet those 2 thresholds, then YouTube says, hey, thank you so much. We're going to allow you to start making money from your videos. Now, there's a ton of other ways to monetize your videos, and I'll talk more about those in future videos. However, today, I'm going to just focus in on 6 things that you can do to help hit that 4,000 hours of threshold time, okay? Now, let me just kind of say in the onset that this 1,000 subscribers, as I do my research, what I have found is that most people are concentrating on this 4,000 hours, because if you go for this 4,000 hours, the 1,000 subscribers will actually come by way and just be a part of whatever you're doing. If you're coming up with content that is good enough and exciting enough and is compelling enough for people to watch 4,000 hours worth of your content, you're going to pick up you're going to have a lot more than 1,000 subscribers, okay? So we're going to break this down into 6 different things that you can do to help get you closer to that 4,000 hours of watch time that you need in order to monetize your video, okay? So number 1, okay, add links inside description of other videos of yours. Okay? So what this is is when you do a video, like for example, when this video is up on YouTube, what you're going to find is in the description, there are going to be links to other videos of mine that you might be interested in. Maybe you're interested in social media. Maybe you're interested in direct mail, right? I'm going to list several links of other videos inside the description so that when you're watching this video, if you like this content, you go, yummy, 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 yummy content. You click that see more, you open it up, you click on another video. Now that second video that you watch is going to add to my 4,000 hours of watch time. Okay, so you can do the same thing. Just in your description, if you've got other videos, you want to reference those inside of the description on each video. Now, if you have, say, 10 videos or 15 videos, maybe you want to just make a list of those on a spreadsheet or whatever, copy them, and then just paste them in the description when you upload the video to YouTube. But it gives you the ability to add people to your content, and it has a higher likelihood that they're going to hit the subscribe button or the comment or like button. Okay, so you always want to add some links to other videos inside of the description of each of your videos. Okay, number two, and this one seems very logical, but when you see the math on it, it's actually kind of crazy. Okay, and that is upload often. Okay, oh. That should have been often. Okay. So here's the thing. Think about it. If somebody adds one video a week, that is 52 videos in a year. Each of those videos over the course of a year is going to need about 80 hours of time, of watch time, in order for you to hit this 4,000 hours. However, if you think about it, and let's say you were to do 365 videos, one a day, you have a much more broad base of videos to attract audience members to your YouTube channel. They watch your YouTube channel. Now they see descriptions and links in other descriptions. They stay inside of your channel or inside of your ecosystem for longer. And in this game, every minute counts. Okay. So for example, when I went to my team, I said, here's the thing. In this next year, I'm going for this 4,000 hours. For me, I understand that needs to be a massive amount of content. And because I operate in the business marketing, business consulting, mastermind space, I've got a lot of competition for people to watch videos. So my goal is to just simply give as much value as I can in hopes that some people subscribe to the channel, in hopes that some people raise their hand and say, hey, how do we work together? But for me, the driver for this next upcoming year is to give as much content as possible in order to get closer to this 4,000 hours. So uploading often. Okay, so there's a very big difference if you're only uploading one video a month or one video a week. It's going to need to be, well, let's go to number three, and I'll kind of share with you a little bit of the go around of this. Okay, each video, okay, should be at least 10 minutes. Okay. Now, let me explain why that is. That is for a couple of reasons. Number one, that once you hit this threshold of 4,000 hours, when YouTube places ads in your videos, they won't do what's called a mid-video ad unless the video is over 10 minutes long. Okay, so you and I have probably been annoyed. You're watching a video, you're right in the middle of it, and all of a sudden an ad pops up, right? That's somebody that's putting that content there, much like a commercial on TV. If you watch that ad, they get paid, right? So YouTube wants at least 10 minutes on every video. The other thing is, think about it. If you did 365 videos, but they were only 1 minute a piece or 2 minutes a piece, well, what that does is it doesn't keep people in your YouTube channel ecosystem for that long. So the longer the video is, the more minutes. Remember, we're going for every minute counts. By the way, 4,000 hours is something like 240,000 minutes. Okay, so if you think about that, much easier to hit that number if you have a lot of videos and they're long enough for somebody to get in there and really learn something or get entertained or whatever. Okay, so each video should be at least 10 minutes long. Okay, now, okay, so number four, Number 4, sorry, I have my notes down here. Okay, number 4 is you want to have movement in your videos. Okay, movement in videos. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time that one of the things that a lot of the gurus talk about are doing jump cuts. So you're watching a video and it's jumping all around every few seconds. That's because our brains start to get bored after 15 seconds of static. So if I just stood here and talked like this for 10 minutes, after about 15 seconds, you'd be bored. I give you credit. You're 10 minutes in. I already appreciate you being here, right? But that's why on this video in particular, I've got a scrolling bar across the bottom. There's some movement, and it's very slight. You could literally have a clock back there with the second hand moving. Our subconscious mind won't shut off if there's movement every 15 seconds. That's why when you watch a lot of guru videos and a lot of videos on YouTube, what you're going to see is they're going to have pop-ups and they're going to have B-roll, meaning extra movement or cutaways or different angles. That's all to keep the brain engaged. I tend to talk with my hands a lot, so that's keeping your brain activated. So when you do your videos, just have some kind of movement in it. If it's a scrolling thing, I happen to use StreamYard. So there's this scroll on the bottom is one. You can add, there are plenty of other things that you can do, but you want to have some kind of movement. Maybe you even have like a little water feature on your desk that's like spitting out water, or something that's changing lights, but something to just keep the brain active. Okay, that allows people to not get bored because they click off your video when they're bored, or they feel like they're not getting any value, or it's a waste of their time. And we're just being bombarded with stuff all over the place. So we want to keep people activated in our brains. By the way, this one I learned an interesting thing when I was learning about video. And I come from the film business, so I kind of knew this subconsciously, or I just had put it away kind of way back in the Wayback Machine. And that is, when you watch something like the news, it doesn't really matter what channel you watch. Go turn on a cable news channel for a few minutes. And if you look closely, there's usually the frame, and behind the frame of person, there's usually like a little movement. There's either a flag or a logo or something that's moving very subtly behind the video of the person talking. That is designed to keep our brains activated. So we need to be able to do the same thing. And that just means make some movement in your video. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Number 5 are playlists. Okay. And playlists are when you upload videos into YouTube, you can categorize them by certain chunks, right? So for example, on my channel, I have a social media playlist. People that need help on social media, they can watch all the social media stuff. They may not care about how to increase lead generation or how to increase conversion of leads. They're interested in social media. So you kind of like string them together so that when one video ends, it recommends another thing in that particular playlist. Now I have to tell you, I went back and looked at my analytics on my channel today, and I was flabbergasted at the playlist that I never really paid that close of attention to is actually the #1 minute driver of watch time on my whole channel. Okay. So you want to make sure that you're putting things in playlists. Okay. Now, lastly, number 6. Number 6 is interesting, but it makes sense when I started really diving in and doing the research. And that is, you want to be able to live stream direct into YouTube. Okay. Now, here's the kicker with this. On this live stream, when you live stream a video into YouTube, if you go in at the end and delete it, the minutes don't count. But if you do it live stream and it gets a bunch of minutes, you must keep the video public in order for those minutes to count. But let's say, for example, you were a speaker and you were doing a presentation, and you're out on the road when you can be, you're out on the road and you do a presentation and it's 90 minutes long. If you're going for this 4,000 hours, there's no reason you can't just take your iPhone up, plug into YouTube, and live stream your presentation into YouTube, and then go back later and doll it up and create the YouTube tags and keywords and title and all of that. But you will capture some of those minutes. And here's the thing. The great thing about video is it's sort of like a dividend paying stock. It increases in value over time, meaning a video you do today is going to collect minutes all throughout the year. And if it gets picked up on Google or it ranks higher in YouTube, then you're off to the races. I have a video, the most watched video on my entire channel is one I did like 8 years ago, and it's only 2.5 minutes long. And it literally talks about changing your voicemail of all things. Like, it was crazy, but somehow it got picked up on the front page of Google for a couple of key search terms, and it's driving traffic to my YouTube channel every single day. Okay, so you want to do live stream direct into YouTube, but remember, you can't go in and delete it afterwards. And if you're going for this 4,000 hours, I mean, you certainly can if you want to just put it in there as something to do. But remember, this video is designed specifically if we're trying to hit this 1,000 subscribers and our 4,000 hours of watch time. So you guys, that is it. Those are our 6 ways that we can do, 6 things that we can do to every single YouTube video to help us get sticky watchers and content, folks. So if you got some value out of this, I respond to every comment. So if you want to drop a comment in, if you got some value out of this, maybe click the like button. If you think this is super awesome, or I don't know, maybe you like my red vase over here or my tiki mug behind me, or you just think this is really valuable, then hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you. If there's anything I can do to help you grow your business, I am always available at cashflowwithcasey.com. You can go check that out as well. So you guys have an amazing day. Now let's go give somebody else an awesome day and maybe turn around and teach somebody one of these 6 ways to help you gain 4,000 hours of watch time on your YouTube channel. Until next time, guys, ciao for now.